Hello, Mr. Perez.
Yes, how are you doing, sir?
Joshua Jones. I'm here because I'm here today because you want to put your mom in a nursing home. I heard.
Well, it's not so much that. It's not just that. Yeah, I want to put her in the nursing home, but she's getting up there in age, and my sister is really just killing me about it. She's busting my balls, man. She just won't leave me alone. I want to, have some ammunition, I guess, to tell her this is the best way to go. So,
Well, right now, where's your mom living?
she's living at home, but, my father passed away a while back. She's getting up there in age, and the other day, she fell down, and there was nobody there to help her, right? So, she ended up calling me, but it was lucky she had her phone on her. She may not have had her phone on her. So that's what I've been trying to tell my sister, but she's just been...
And your sister doesn't want to hear about that?
No, she doesn't want to hear about it at all.
Have y'all thought about doing a first alert?
Yeah, I guess we have. She talked to me about it, but I'm more along the lines of her needing full-time assisted living, 24 hours a day.
And there's not money to have a nurse home to home health?
We talked about that too, and it still doesn't meet my desire to have somebody there 24 hours a day. Because I know my mother is in her upper 70s, but my great grandmother, excuse me, she lived to be 96, man. So I know, and that was while she was in an assisted living place. And we would go visit her every week, and we'd go see her, and I'd go see her whenever I wanted to, all the way up until I was in my late 30s. So I'm hoping that my kids will be able to have her there for a long time. And I know one of the best ways to do it is if she had somebody looking after her all the time, because she doesn't take care of her blood pressure, she doesn't take care of her diabetes medicine. I'm always having to remind her to not eat sugar. She's always eating sugar. And my sister doesn't care. She's the worst. She will feed her sugar, which just infuriates me. She pisses me off like nobody else does. I'm serious, man. She just gives her soda. Real, not diet, real soda. I'm like, what are you trying to do, kill it?
Well, what does your mom think about this?
My mother is spoiled, man. She was spoiled by my father. She was spoiled by her parents. I listened to her story her whole life. And whatever she can get away with, she will get away with.
And how's her circulation? Is that affected by diabetes?
She's only stage 2 or type 2, I guess you want to say. But it can be worse, but it could be much better if she watched her diet and took her meds and did her insulin.
So you think she won't be getting sugar in the nursing home?
I mean, sure, they're probably going to have, I don't know, cheat days or something like that, I guess. But I don't think she's going to be getting as much sugar as she does now, or not taking care of herself, or falling down and not having somebody there to help her pick her up.
Have you considered Meals on Wheels?
Yeah.
It's an option. They can help you food, and I believe they can twice a day.
Well, that's something I haven't thought of, actually. And really, when I've been arguing with my sister, I've just been like, this is the only way. So, yeah, maybe sometimes I don't really think about it from her. I think she thinks, so, I'll be honest with you, the house is going to come to me when she passes away. I think she thinks I'm trying to get the house now, but I'm not. I'm not at all. If that were the case, I want her to die sooner, don't you think?
Well, are you just going to leave the house vacant? That's...
I don't think so. I do have my own house, but my sister has her own house too. So, if it came down to it, we could have my mother in the nursing home, and on top of that, we could rent out the house and use the money to make the payments for her nursing home. And then after that, we could even split the money when she passes away. But I'm not looking at my mother dying for at least another 15 to 20 years. You understand that, right? I want her around. I just don't want her falling down, freaking getting hurt.
Is this a one-story house?
Oh yeah, it's a one-story house. But she still slipped the other day when she was getting out of the tub. Nobody could be there to help her get up. She hurt her back. She's got a bad back. She's got high blood pressure and diabetes.
You could consider home health care for shower times. Have somebody come out, help her come out of the shower.
Mm-hmm.
What is her? Does she have the?
Yeah, you would have asked me what she wants.
Because my grandmother wants. She's still alive, actually, and she wants to live in her house until she dies, and she's dead set on it.
Yeah.
And there's no way we can get her in there home. I mean, unless she actually broke a hip.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get a feel for.
Mm-hmm.
Does your mother just dead set against it?
Yeah, she's dead set against it. She doesn't even want to listen to me. She thinks, I don't know, she thinks I'm angry at her, or I'm not angry at her. I just...
You got several pros, because you go into a nursing home, there's a community. There's a community of elderly people, and they have activities.
Yeah.
Is she getting out of the house at all?
No, she's not. I mean, she can still drive and everything, and the car there is a good car. It's my old car, But the thing about it is that she doesn't really do anything. She maybe goes to church like once a week, and that's what she does. So, like, if it wasn't for that, and me or Julie, this is my sister, by the way, calling her like almost every other day, then I wouldn't know if she was alive or dead for a full week until she turned up missing at church. So
That can complicate
things. She really doesn't have a life anymore. I mean, yeah, she watches the kids. She watches the kids every once in a while. But even then, she usually comes either to my house or she'll go to Julie's house, and then she'll watch either mine or her kids. So, and it's really few and far between, because she's been really depressed after my father passed away. And they were together, 48. They were together for like 46 years. I mean, he was away at war, and then they got married.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long ago did your father pass?
Only a year ago.
And are you still grieving from that?
I am, but at the same time, I'm not. My father had a hard life. He was in war. He used to abuse drugs. He drank a lot. Seeing the end for him was like it was written. Like God commanded it. I can't. I know it sounds bad, but when you drink like freaking a fifth of like tequila a night and you've got cirrhosis of the liver, they tell you to stop drinking, and you don't, and you're just gonna keep on going. So, and he was like that, and to a large extent, I say he chose the way he wanted to go, because of all the stuff that he went through in his life, and. But at the same time, I know that he could live for a lot longer if he was taken care of himself.
So, have you looked at assisted living facilities versus nursing homes? Have you thought about?
Not really. No, I haven't. No. I mean, yeah, I know about the adult daycare stuff and everything. Man, I can barely get her out of the house now. I can't imagine having to get her out of the house every day and take her to, or at least make her drive herself to these places.
Well, I believe that there's a new adult. What do you call it?
Adult daycare, yeah.
No, it's basically an apartment complex for older people, and they run out of that several different services, and you have someone that comes around and sits with people. Would your sister be more willing to look at something like that?
Maybe. I haven't really talked to her. We haven't talked to her like about 2 weeks. We're so pissed off at each other. And I talked to my mom yesterday, and she said Julie's still angry at me. So,
well, has anybody are you the trustee or the power of attorney for your mother?
No, my dad, his will was pretty straightforward. She got everything, and until she shows she's sound of mind. I'm not worried about her spending like the house on like some weird like cult or something like that. Don't get me wrong. But the thing about it is that I'm worried about her more physically than anything. I don't really care about the house. I have my own house, no matter what my sister says about it. you know. And then we would be spending all that money that we'd be getting in rent anyway, either on maintenance of the house or on top of that, like the assisted living community that she'd be living at.
Well, so if she's in sound mind and she's take care of herself,
Mm-hmm.
the only way you're going to get her in there is
Yeah.
somehow show that she's going to be.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take her to court. I'm going to take my own mom to court and like get her on the stand and trip her up or something. Like that. I'm not looking at that. That's just all I'm looking at is like a way to try and convince my sister that this would be the best way to do it.
Okay. Well, why don't we get you, your sister, and her mom in here,
Mm-hmm.
and we can go over. I'll research some of this stuff and we'll lay it all out for them and say, these are options.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do anything,
Mm-hmm.
but these places will be nicer for them. They have movie nights and all kinds of just fun things. And
Yeah.
if she's just at home watching Days of Our Lives,
I have like I've caught her actually sleeping all day sometimes. That's been part of the problem. I've been worried.
she's been depressed.
Yeah, she's real depressed after my dad. Like I will come in at like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and I know she hasn't been up, but then again, I know she hasn't been like sleeping the whole night. Like I hear from my sister that she like wanders around at night, and, like watches TV at night, and then she'll go to sleep, and then I'll come in there like with lunch or something like that, right, to feed her because she doesn't want to cook for herself anymore. And when I come in with lunch, she's still asleep at like 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Seems like Meals on Wheels would definitely help with that. Like give them more structure. They'll get up for breakfast and they'll be knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And some of those people are really nice.
I've heard good things about them. I know I've heard good things about them. I'm still just looking for a way, and I like the idea of getting my sister in here, don't get me wrong. But I want to, like, be able to talk to her first because my sister's hard-headed. Like, in Spanish, we say tosca. So, like, yeah, tosca. Like, vergüenza. Like, very, very hard-headed. Like, she doesn't want to listen to anybody. She's got her ways set. And she's going to do what she wants to do. In a lot of ways, that's my mom, too. So they learned it from each other. Like, she got it from her.
So, how is your sister and your mom's relationship? Is it closer than you?
Yeah, it's always been closer than mine because I wanted to go see the world, so I took off. And I moved to, like, freaking the East Coast. And I was living in Georgia for a while. And I was living in Florida. And even now, I still want to move, back to Florida because I always thought it was the best state I've ever lived in. But, the thing about it is that I do have her here. I do have my sister here. This is where my aunts and uncles are at. So my family's here. But, that's never really stopped me from just leaving whenever I want
to. So, do you really think that having her in a nursing home is going to help her?
Yes.
So the issue is going to be convincing her and her sister that she needs to be in a nursing home. Mm-hmm. And yes, the best way to do that is to break it down and show all the reasons why and the helpful things that can come from it.
Mm-hmm.
And have you looked at the market to see if you can even rent out the house without having to do a bunch of work?
Yeah, no, I know the house needs a lot of work. I mean, my dad wasn't exactly rich, and he was always spending money on alcohol and shit and everything. And so the house is kind of fallen into disrepair. It needs some work, but I know I've got the collateral in my house, so I'm not worried about that. Matter of fact, I still have two houses. I still have one house in Florida and one here. So, the other house is a rental property for me, and it does well. It's not like I can pay like the mortgage plus. And so I know we can do the same thing with this, and put to rest that place.
Is this the house that they were in all the time they were married?
Yeah, well.
Did you grow up in this house?
Yes, I did. I grew up there. Well, so we moved in there when I was like 15. So from the time I was 15 to about 20, while I was going to college, I was living there. But then after I got through at my community college, I went to my regular university and I finished there. And I never really went back. So I don't know, maybe I don't have as much, because my sister's like, 7 years younger than me. So she was there quite a lot longer than me.
So your sister has some more ties to this house, and she may want it because she wants to hang on to the memory of her father.
Yeah, I can see that. She's always like put real emotional value into things. Like she still has my dad's car. It's like a '97 Capri. I mean, that's not even a real car, man. That's just like some piece of junk on her front lawn. But she's still holding on to it. She swears she's gonna fix it up. So like, that's the kind of stuff I just don't get from my sister. And she never really finished. She never really finished high school. She just been like working, never. So I don't know. I guess I'm what you call a go-getter. I knew what I wanted to do. I went and did it, and I've always done it like that. And to hell with my family. But at the same time, it doesn't mean I didn't love them. It just meant that I had other ideas of what love meant.
So is your sister married?
Yeah, she's married. I'm divorced.
So do you have other people in your life that you talk to about these things that maybe appear that have been through this?
Not really. No, I don't have anybody. I mean, like all my friends were like all over the place. So most of them, their parents are gone. I think I'm the only one as old as I am with like their parents still alive.
I see. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to get your sister in here and your mom in here, and I'll do some research and I'll find out all the resources that are available and some of the price tags, because some of these homes are really expensive.
Yeah.
And some of them are like $5,000-$6,000 a month. I don't imagine you can get that much in rent.
No, and that's never really been the point. I guess it's just making sure she's good. So, and I'm sure it's like everything else. Like, you have apartments that are like $3,000 in rent, and you have apartments that are like $200-$300 in rent. I'm not going to put her in like a $200-$300 apartment. Don't get me wrong, but I'm sure it ranges the gambit, and I can kind of look into it.
I've been in nursing homes that you just smell like peace when you walk in. I've been in places that are really nice. And I think you want to put your mom in some places really nice. I mean, I can see the positive in some places really nice, and I can see the negative in the bottom dollar ones. But if you look at the whole thing. If you look at railings, getting in the shower, if you look at Meals on Wheels, having somebody come out and sit with her.
Yeah.
And some of these groups are actually volunteers. They'll come for free and they'll sit with your mom for a couple hours a week, twice a week, maybe. Just depends. But we can definitely improve the money situation. We just need to get everybody in here and sit down and talk about it, because from what you're saying, you really can't force her into this.
No, I can't. I know I can't. And she's a sound mind. Believe me, she can bite back when she wants to, and she can still let you know what she's thinking. So, and I know she's going to be there for a long time to come. I'm not worried about that. We've never had any kind of family history or dementia or like Alzheimer's or nothing like that.
It's fortunate. My grandmother's got dementia right now. She's at home alone.
Sorry to hear that.
But she has some issues. My aunt lives right down the street, so that's how that's different. But I guess find the day. Call me. You have my card.
Yeah, I do.
And we'll get everybody in here. and I'll have some options for you.
So that'll be great, man. I like that idea, and maybe if it isn't like the full way, at least we can meet like halfway, so I can get my sister and mother convinced about this.
Hopefully, you should be able to get something in the work.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day.